Hello, welcome to Spotlight on Souris, brought to you by WCG TV. My name is Laura Simons. Today is November the 3rd, and I have with me today Alisa Arris, who is representing the Souris Area Harvest Food Bank. Welcome, Alisa.
Thank you.
Now tell me, what's your title with the food bank?
What's my title? I am the chairperson of the board, and we have a committee of about half a dozen people, and who meet 3 or 4 times a year, and sort of hopefully keep everything on track and
Sure.
keep ourselves going.
Good. Okay, so you work with the committee. That's great. It's good to have extra help, isn't it?
Oh,
when you work in
definitely.
a volunteer position, to have more hands is better than
Oh,
not enough
exactly, and we do a lot of the background work, but we also have a wonderful group of volunteers who come out to help hand out hampers and pack hampers and that sort of thing.
Good. How long has the food bank been organized here in Souris?
We're in our 11th year.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we started in 2007 to be open to the people who are in need of food.
Were you on the original board?
Yes, I was. I was signed up to help organize, and I've been on the committee ever since.
Okay. So how does it work, the food bank? People donate to the food bank, and you folks store this someplace?
Yes, we have space in the basement of St. Paul's United Church. They've given us a couple of rooms that in the basement that people can donate non-perishable products. We have a couple of freezers that we can store meat in, and a fridge as well. Sometimes we get cheese, sometimes we get eggs, so a fridge is quite helpful. And yeah, people can donate non-perishable food, or they can donate money. If they do donate money, we ask that they do it through the town office, who's got a tax receipt number, and that way people can have a receipt for income tax if they so desire.
And that money helps you to fill in
the gaps.
the gaps of the
Yes.
things that haven't been donated just yet, or that maybe are perishable and you need at the last.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how many times a year do you give out hampers?
Well, we're open every month, January through December, twice a month. The first Thursday and the third Thursday from 5 to 7.
Okay.
And normally people, if they feel that they need something, they come to the church and come down to the basement and if they feel they are in need, they are usually able to get something. And yeah, it depends on the size of the family and how much we give out. We've got 3 different size hampers, and yeah.
Okay, so when somebody is having trouble putting food on the table, they can show up at the basement of the church on you said first and third
Thursday, yes.
And from 3 till 5?
From 5 to 7.
Well, 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
5 to 7 those days. And you'll provide them with a hamper that maybe will cover a couple of meals for their family?
Yeah, it's not to provide meals 24/7.
Right.
It's to give a helping hand.
Okay.
But yes, they usually get some kind of meat and soup and fruit, and mostly non-perishable, and something for breakfast. We usually have bread, frozen. Sometimes we'll have frozen meat that we can provide. Sometimes we can have eggs that we can provide, or the odd time cheese. But
Very important
mhm.
for those areas.
Yes.
The proteins and the
Yes.
carbohydrates
Yes.
and such. So
And if somebody finds they are in need between the times that, like if it's somebody new to town, between the first and the third Thursdays, if they were to contact the church, St. Paul's Church, they have all the information and they can contact somebody from our committee, and we will see what we can do for them.
So somebody from your committee and or your volunteers will man that area on those 2 days that you mentioned, the 2 Thursdays
Yes,
that you mentioned.
yes.
So somebody, 1 or 2 people are available to help.
Oh, definitely, yes,
and
always.
you log that, what comes in,
Yeah.
and you log what goes out.
Yes,
Correct?
yes, we
Okay.
do. We usually keep a tab of who visits, because in March, Food Banks Canada does, I guess it's sort of like a census or a tab that the forms that we fill out, so that goes back to Food Banks Canada, and that helps with funding,
Oh, okay.
government funding.
So you get some government funding as
Yeah.
well as donations and as well as money donations.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. And how much does that amount to in a year,
Well,
or does it depend?
That I couldn't say. I don't have that kind of information, but that comes down through the provinces, and I would assume it depends on who or how many names are like in each province, is how it's sort of filtered down through the system.
So there'd be a whole bunch of money from the government. and
That's
then
it's kind of gets
okay.
filtered down.
Yes, yes. So it would depend how many people use your facility.
Yes,
And then they'll see how much need you have and you get a percentage of what they give. So
I would say
how often
so.
does that happen? Once a year?
Hunger count is done every March, and that the forms are filled out once a year. Yeah.
So what area do you, does your food bank reach?
Generally, we go. We have clients from Nesbitt working towards Souris, Carroll area, Elgin, Fairfax. We used to help out Hartley, but they've established their own, and we have a few clients from Pipestone.
Wow.
But generally, it's in the RM of Glenwood.
Sure. Wow. Now, what if, say, I knew of somebody that could use your benefit? I can bring them down to you. I could give you their name.
Well, yeah, we like to get a little bit of heads up. So just to give me a call, and sometimes with a new client, sometimes it's nice to have somebody come with them, because it's not always easy to come to a food bank.
Yes.
You know, to say, to admit that you need some help.
Yeah.
So first time clients, it's nice to have somebody come with them just to help ease into the system.
Yes, yeah, okay, that would be a benefit. So if I knew of somebody that might require your help, that's maybe a little too shy or proud or whatever to access that is available to them, I could come alongside them and bring them to you, introduce
Yes,
them to you, and then you can carry on from there and help them out with
Definitely.
any assistance.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
wow.
yes.
So,
And we have a variety of clients, and some come on a regular basis, some come occasionally, some come, just now and again,
yeah, just when things get really tough,
Yeah,
when those
yeah.
bigger bills come in
and sometimes it's making being laid off a job. Sometimes it's a move to town from another center, and the move has taken the majority of your finances that you had available.
right?
So sometimes it means 2 or 3 trips to the food bank until you get established onto your feet again. And because we have had clients where it's just been that initial visit, and they've been good after that, and we haven't seen them again.
Yes.
So we're hoping that that initial visit was enough to get them on solid footing.
Really help them out.
Yes.
Okay, so now you mentioned people can give monetarily
Mm-hmm.
through the town, so they can get a receipt, but they also can donate items. What items are you in need of?
Soups, canned fruit and vegetables, pork and beans, or any kind of beans, like a bean medley or kidney beans, or that seems to be a real staple. Pasta sauce, rice. That seems to be, canned meat seems to be a good thing to always have on hand. Other things aside from that, crackers, cake mixes. Sometimes it's nice to have a cake mix if you've got a child's birthday coming up or something like that.
Yes.
You know, that's something kids like, I
Yes.
think, is to have a birthday cake, jams, honeys, peanut butter, mostly non-perishable stuff, because we are open just the two Thursdays a month, and it's hard to keep anything between. Not like, unless it can be frozen, it's hard to keep anything perishable between the 2 weeks.
Right.
We've just gone through, the 2 daycares in town have just done a fundraiser for themselves through Peak of the Harvest. And some of that food, people would buy the food from the daycare but say donate it to the food bank. So it was kind of a win situation for the food bank as well as the daycare.
Right.
And so we got a nice donation of fresh vegetables, and which came in just before Thanksgiving. So that was wonderful. That was wonderful, and it's nice to have the fresh stuff, but we also have to move it on as quickly as possible.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, the quality in it is better when it's fresh.
Yes.
No sense letting it sit on the shelf and become bad, then it's
Right.
not good to anyone, really.
That's exactly it.
So people can come to the United Church and leave their donation there. Are there
Yes.
other places they can leave their?
The post office has got a drop-off point.
Okay.
And Big Way has got a box up by their tills that if you buy, say, more than you need, then you can leave some of it at the box there.
Okay.
But it's also a good spot for if people are going by and they have something for the food bank and aren't going to be at the church or the post office, they can drop something off there as well.
So they don't have to drop it off just at the times that you're open? They can
No,
drop it
drop it
off
off.
at the church anytime that back door is available, they can leave
Yes.
it in there, and
Yes,
the church staff will make sure that you get it at the food bank.
that is correct.
Great,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes it a little easier than trying to make sure that there's a small window of time that they can donate. People feel a little strained and they might not want to give, but if it's more time available to them, it's a
Yes.
little easier for them to put that
Yes,
on their
and
list.
the church secretary is there Monday through Friday mornings only. So I know for sure that the church will be open mornings. And that way that, people, sometimes people just like to give, but don't always want to be noticed
Sure.
doing it. So
Sure.
they can slip in and drop it off in the container.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So I see you brought an array of foods that you think are important to have. With I see the beans that you mentioned, the fruit, The
canned
vegetables.
tomatoes.
Yes, tomatoes, very important
Yeah.
to have with the pasta that you're talking about.
Yes.
Soups are a good staple for people, very much
Yes.
so. And naturally crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So any of those, if people find that they're on sale at the Big Way, they can pick up a few extra in their cart and drop it off at the food bank. Was that a good hint?
Yes. Oh, definitely, definitely.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Alisa? Arris?
Just that I find that Souris is a very giving community, and we have been very well supported in this community. And yes, and just to thank you to all the people out there that donate, whether it be time volunteering or time or through the food or financing.
Sure.
It's been wonderful.
Sure. We have a very generous community. We sure
Yes.
do. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We have been speaking with Alisa Arris, who is our Souris Area Harvest Food Bank chairperson. Thank you for watching Spotlight on Souris, brought to you by volunteers of WCG TV. I'd like to thank Mark Cranwell, who's our cameraman today, Sheila Kirkup, who's our producer. My name is Laura Simons. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.